Ryan Poles fleeced the Carolina Panthers last year when he traded the number one overall pick. That much we already know. But what I wanted to talk about today is just how good DJ Moore is all by himself and how good the connection between him and Fields become. A couple of important stats really quickly. Justin Fields and DJ Moore had the highest rated quarterback and wide receiver connection in the entire NFL. 1 plus 2 really did equal 6, the connection. I'll get more into that in just a few minutes. But on top of that, the Bears were 4-0 when DJ Moore got at least 10 targets, and they were 1-5 when DJ had 6 targets or less. Getting the ball to DJ Moore really did help this team win games. It's also clear that the rest of the Bears wide receiver room was down really bad in 2023. DJ Moore played 90% of the snaps. Tyler Scott was third on the team with 38% of the snaps, and he finished with only 168 yards receiving. Darnell Mooney was the second best wide receiver on the roster, but he only had 414 yards on the year. Other than DJ Moore, the Bears had a lot of nothing at the receiver position this season. Velus Jones Jr. had more of an impact running the ball than he did catching it, and nobody else stepped up. It's hard to imagine how awful this wide receiver room would have been if DJ Moore had not been on this team. DJ nearly doubled the entire wide receiver room in total yards. He also scored 8 touchdowns to the rest of the room's 1. Technically, the number is 2 if you count Chase Claypool's touchdown he got before he got traded, but either way, it's kind of ridiculous. At the wide receiver position for the 2023 Chicago Bears, it was DJ Moore, and that's it. Meanwhile, DJ set career highs in catches, yards, and touchdowns while being almost constantly double-teamed. And this is even with a big dip in his production when Justin Fields missed 5 games. DJ finished with 96 catches for 1,364 yards and 8 touchdowns. But even more important than that was just how good DJ Moore was on third down. He was top 5 in the NFL when it mattered most. On third downs, he was top 5 in yards, catches, first downs, and touchdowns. He had 33 catches for 541 yards and 5 touchdowns on third down, and he converted 28 first downs. DJ is clutch. But on top of that, his connection with Justin Fields was special. Looking around the entire NFL at the top quarterback and wide receiver connections this year, and Justin Fields to DJ Moore was the number 1 rated connection in the entire league. They combined for a 129.5 rating whenever Fields targeted DJ. Second in the NFL was Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. Third was Tua to Tyreek Hill. Fourth was Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And fifth was Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. If you want to go one spot further, I also included Matt Stafford to Puka Nacua, which came in as 6th best. But this is just crazy to think about. The 1 plus 2 connection was best in the entire NFL this season. I just don't know if I could even consider breaking these two up right now. Look at the other guys in the list. There's no way any of those teams are thinking of breaking up those special quarterback wide receiver connections. And this was their first season playing together. In just a short time together, Fields and DJ Moore have built more chemistry than DJ ever managed with another QB. And it's not like he hasn't had talented guys to work with. He played with 2 former number 1 overall picks and 4 first-round picks at quarterback. He didn't have nearly as much success with any of them. The 2 number 1 picks were Cam Newton and Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold was a top 3 pick, and Teddy Bridgewater was also a first-round pick. DJ worked with all 4 of those quarterbacks and other guys and never had this kind of success. DJ has also not been shy about his support of Justin Fields. He's came out publicly multiple times and voiced his support for the Bears to keep QB1 in Chicago. He also said recently he would like to play at least 5 more years in Chicago and retire here via an interview he did with Courtney Cronin. I know we are heading into an offseason with a ton of uncertainty, but one thing is just so certain to me. DJ Moore is a star. And in one short season, he's instantly become one of my favorite players on this entire roster. He has an incredible personality and he's an absolute baller. But something that's overlooked is just how good he was this year. And then when you dig deeper, Justin Fields and DJ Moore having the highest rated connection in the entire NFL, in just their first season together, that has to mean something. As Bears fans, we've never seen anything like that from a quarterback and a wide receiver playing in their first year together. We got to see Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall, who had played together previously in Denver, and they put together a special season, but that was with a bunch of headaches and nonsense, and that wasn't even close to their first season together. I think it's easy to say that the Justin Fields to DJ Moore connection has been better than Jay Cutler to Brandon Marshall was, and is possibly the best connection I've ever seen in Chicago. And if the Bears could add another wide receiver that is even close to DJ in terms of talent, I feel like this offense could just skyrocket in production. That's without even talking about the offensive line. But the bottom line is I loved watching these two play together, and I sincerely hope they get to continue doing so. They've both supported each other very publicly, and it's honestly the greatest bond I've ever seen between a Bears quarterback and wide receiver. That's on and off the field. If we want to go back to Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall, one of them was mad because the other didn't invite him to a wedding. There was a lot of drama with that one. Hopefully these two can stay drama-free, knock on wood. I just don't understand why so many people want to break it up so badly instead of letting these guys continue to improve their connection. I want to quickly give you a couple of sound clips from DJ Moore himself, where he says he believes Justin will be the quarterback next year, and he thinks Justin Fields is better than any quarterback coming out of college, including Drake May and Caleb Williams. Let's listen.
I don't know. Y'all asked me that, last week? Somebody asked me that last week. I'm still like, bro, where are y'all seeing this? Like, what makes him not the quarterback for the Chicago Bears right now? I get y'all got everybody coming out. It's like two of them. I don't think they better than Justin, so they cool.
Yeah. I really don't see why anything would change. Most people love Justin. Most of the fans love Justin, but I mean, look at what he's done. He's grown every year, but he's grown more and more each year. Even throughout this year, you could see his growth.
But then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy that loves the Chicago Bears, and I wanted to present these stats to you guys so you can let me know in the comments what you think. I appreciate everyone who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned. I have a ton more content on the way. And until next time, bear down.